market today and in the crypto markets. Okay, hang on just 1 second here, just trying to get YouTube to go live. See if I can get all right, looks like Bitcoin just broke 10K and is free falling right now. The next support area really is right around the 9,500 area. It looks like on the. Well, let's go to daily. So on the daily here, we got a support right around 9,800 or so. There's a local support there. So like right around here, 9,900 or so. Then our next fib retracement level down is right around 9,400. Okay, now this looks like a pretty big red dildo. The bottom of the trend is right around 9,100, 9,200. So sorry guys, I'm just spreading the word about my stream here. And I am doing this a little early tonight. All right. Alright, so I added a new thing to my chart here. It's called the Gaussian channels. And as you can see, we did cross green here in March. Okay, and we're still obviously holding above this. We have the golden cross that we got on the daily on August 1st here. And so, you know, I expect Bitcoin to drop, could drop anywhere like right around it, and the bottom of this channel is right around 8,500. That would be where all the gaps are too. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did see a drop down there. Seems like that could be very possible. Obviously, we have our 600-day moving average right around the 9,600. We might see a bounce here. Now, we are oversold on some of these oscillators on the 4-hour. Yeah, I mean, you guys can kind of see what's happening here. We literally had a cascade of selling start happening here right around yesterday. Now we got the short signal that came in, and we are approaching on the 4-hour the 600-day moving average, which would act as the 200-day MA. So I would expect some sort of bounce here. It may just be a short-lived bounce. Obviously, we got a lot of selling happening right now. We got a bearish engulfing candle and another bearish engulfing candle preceding that. So that's it for Bitcoin right now. I mean, looks like a pretty bearish scenario right now. We're going to see this thing drop, obviously. Let's get some targets. I think I already kind of gave you guys some, but let's give you some more targets. So if we go to our absolute swing high, right? We don't have a determined swing low yet. Obviously, the 618 retrace, we're approaching it very quickly now, which is right around that 9,800 area, 9,900 area. We could see about a short-lived bounce here. There seems to be a lot of downward pressure. So, but we are in this down-sloping consolidation. You know, this is on a 4-hour. Let's go to a 3-day chart. Get more of an idea what's happening here. You can see we did have the cross from red to green here in May. Okay. You know, this we are we are in the golden zone for a retrace, so it is possible we do bounce here for sure. However, I'm still leaning towards a further drop. We just started to create negative momentum here, or we're just about to start to create negative momentum here on the 3-day chart. So over the course of the next 3 days, I mean, even on the daily, we just started to create negative momentum, right? So see how much selling we get. But I think the bottom of this channel is right around 9,200. If we go to the futures market, we know about the gaps in the futures market right now. So we have gaps. We have a gap that we just filled here. We do have a further gap down here around 8,500, which seems to be the area that kind of lines up with the bottom of this Gaussian channel. Okay, and then I think that's it. There's only one gap, which I think we will fill potentially. Any other questions, guys? Any questions about any other charts or what's happening in the stock market? Jay Constant, appreciate you joining the stream today. I don't think I've ever seen you before, so I appreciate that. Let's go back to BTC Spot. Watch some of this action. So if we were to reverse this, we'd get our targets. I'm not sure where I drew this from, but the 382 is another area where we can definitely find some support, which is right around this 97, 9800 area, 10,000 area. When altcoin season? That's a great question. If we go to total, I forget, is it total? I want to say altcoin season is definitely on the brink. So like everyone's like freaking out right now about this dump, but I'm not too worried about it. I think obviously we're gonna just retest, maybe fill that gap down at 8,500. That's possible. It's a possible scenario. See if I can find the total market cap. Is it total? Yeah. So here's a total market cap. I think this includes Bitcoin. But you get a kind of an idea here that we have this trend line actually that we're actually right about to bounce on, and we did cross green in July, guys. See, on a 5-day chart, we crossed green on the Gaussian channels here. Let's look at some of these. Let's look at ETH BTC, for example. We are way under the Gaussian channel, which to me is bearish, but obviously, let's get a better chart. So we are approaching a very critical area here for ETH BTC pairing. Okay, if you guys look left, we can see that we're at right near our major support level that we created right before we had this huge run up, right? So, we could sell off a little bit more, maybe closer to this 0.105 area, 102 area, right where the support area is. If not, we could literally just hold right here, right? So that's ETH BTC. I personally am very bullish on ETH long term. We are obviously way oversold on the RSI and stochastic RSI. is slowly starting to point up. I don't know if you guys can see that. 88 targets. 88 BTC pair or 88 USD pair? If we go to the USD pair, you can see that we're in this squeeze, right? We're still in this squeeze, which means there's going to be some more consolidation here, and maybe some more, maybe a little bit more selling. We definitely just did get a short signal on the 5-day. Let's go to a 3-day chart, get a better idea. 88 BTC, okay. Let's see. Finance. Sure. I mean, as you can see, we fell below any of the support here. So, first BTC. Let's go to log scale. Okay. So, let's go to our previous swing high and to our current swing low. So if this is our bottom, okay, ETH BTC, let's see. So if that's our bottom, common retrace areas, okay, are anywhere from the 382 to the 618, okay. So we could definitely get back up to the 950 Satoshi area before reversing our price action, right? So it's really all dependent on Bitcoin and where we're at in the consolidation, and a lot of these other altcoins are kind of just staggering around in these areas, and obviously 88 looks like pretty bad in terms of versus Bitcoin, but I think we're definitely going to see some price action in the coming weeks here to the upside. Obviously, I mean, look how oversold we are. I mean, we actually, you do actually have a little bit of bullish divergence here on the 3-day chart, okay? So what looks like we're trying to base out. We did bear flag, and now we are bouncing. Obviously not on any significant volume right now, so just be wary and be. I mean, you could obviously start accumulating here. I mean, I don't want to tell you that it's just going to go straight up, because not. I mean, we're definitely going to base out. Might take some time. It might take 6 months. You know. There's your 88. Okay. So just stay patient and keep accumulating if you believe in the project. Let's take a look at ETH. USD. All right. So ETH looks a lot better. I mean, this is the USD pairing, so. You can see on a daily chart that we just crossed down, right? And we are actually at a pretty critical level of support right here at 186, because this was the previous triangle that we actually broke out of, right? So we want to see it. We really want to see ETH hold up here. I mean, if it doesn't, then we're looking at. Here, I'll give you guys targets on this. We don't hold up there, okay? So we did create a bottom here and bounced. We hit the 382. So here are our price targets, okay, on ETH. I don't know why this always goes away, but I think that 88.6 target in there. Okay. All right, so we are pretty much at a 100% retrace from our previous swing high, okay? So if we're looking at some sort of harmonic pattern, you know, we're looking at 1272 fib extension as a potential reversal area. we could even just reverse the price action here, right? We have a 100% retrace that we've already incurred, okay, on the daily. If we go to an hourly, or a 4 hour, you can see that we actually did break this support, so that's not good. But I would say if the selling does continue, which I think it's going to for the next week, maybe even a couple days, maybe it may not even be a week, maybe it's just a couple days, we could see ETH go down to like 160. Okay, that's definitely not out of the cards. We are approaching oversold on the 4 hour chart. We go to a daily. We are also approaching oversold, but looks like we are experiencing a bounce here. On the daily, we do have some bullish divergence. Okay. And you guys can see it here clearly. We do have some divergence happening on the daily. So this actually would be a great place to go long. I would say this is a good place to play a bouncer. There's definitely going to be some movement to the upside here shortly, after we just made this 100% retrace. Okay, and like I mentioned earlier, we are at a critical support level here that we created after this big run up we had to 360 bucks on ETH. All right. So guys, don't panic. If anything, just maybe buy some more. Maybe buy this dip. Definitely accumulate if you can. We are about to enter into a serious debt crisis in the coming year and a half. Okay, and we all know that cryptocurrency is definitely a hedge against that. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of the top cryptos are for sure going to be sought after. Okay. This isn't financial advice, guys. Make sure you guys always do your own research. And I appreciate you guys joining me on the stream today. I just wanted to get some coverage in because we had some serious price action today, and definitely a lot of people panicking, and definitely don't want to be doing that in this market. Definitely don't panic. Okay. All right. Let's look at the S&P real quick. I've been getting a lot of questions about it and where it's heading and what's going on. So we are in a classic rising wedge pattern, right guys? So this obviously is a bearish pattern. As you can see, we did get a short signal that came out on August 1st. We've had pretty much 2 weeks of just straight selling. Oh, you want TRX, Christian? Okay, I'll get you TRX here in a second. Let me just finish up the S&P real quick. All right, we on the daily have closed outside of this trend. Okay, to me this is going to trigger a lot more selling. Okay, we are going, in my opinion, we are going to test the 600-day moving average, which is right around 268, and we're going to make a lower low than we made here, and that is very bearish, and I think the start of a potential recession. But don't get too panicky yet. We could close. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, so we're not completely in bear territory yet. As you can see, we are still way above the Gaussian channel here. The mid-level and the bottom levels of this Gaussian are around 274 to 263, and we haven't really, we've been in this, look guys, we've been in this green trend now for how long? Long time, right? Since November of 2009, where we had the big crash. All right. But don't be shocked once we start to crash and the Gaussian channels start to change to red. Okay. Just be prepared for it. Put your cash aside. Definitely buy on the way down. Okay. This is where all these people got rich. They bought, everyone's panic selling right here. They bought it all up. Bought it all up. Alright, TRX. TRX USD or Bitcoin pair, Christian? I'm just going to look at the tether pair, okay? Alright, so maybe this isn't the chart I want to look at. TRX, USD, Bitfinex. Okay. Let's look at a 3-day chart. Oh, you want to look at the BTC pair? Okay. Alright, so BTC pair on the daily. Obviously, if you look left, we broke our critical support here. And we are way below the Gaussian channel here on the daily. So I would say, let's see if we can draw a trend here, obviously. See if we can get something going here, man. Let's see if we can get a fib channel drawn here. Alright, so we got this looks pretty good to me. Alright, you can see that we're obviously in a steep downtrend here. Okay. We're trying to bust out of the 50% area here, okay? Do we have any divergence on the daily here? So we did have some divergence building here, okay? And we do have some bullish divergence forming here. So again, just be patient, and we could call this a potential bottom. You know, we've obviously made lower lows than you know, what we've created versus Bitcoin at inception. Okay, so I mean, listen, I'd be really careful with investing in TRX. I know they're a top crypto. Just know that we are in a serious bear trend right here, okay? And there's no support. we could just keep, honestly, we could just keep dropping versus Bitcoin here. So just tread carefully, okay? Here's our, you know, I can give you some targets. Let's see our swing high here to our, we could call this maybe our swing low for now. So we're right around 100% retrace. Let's get you some targets. So if this is our potential bottom, we want to see TRX get above the 237 Satoshi area, which kind of lines up with the bottom of this red Gaussian channel, right? So this could be, again, a trade setup to around the 382 area, which is obviously the start of our golden zone. Around 281 Satoshi, could see a retrace back down, maybe. Maybe we create some sort of you know, inverse head and shoulders pattern here, this being our left shoulder, this being our head, and we get a pump up here, and then we back test the 236 area, creating our right shoulder, right, and then we head on right back up. That's a potential setup. We can check this out in like the next couple days, couple weeks. You know, RSI on a daily looks like we could be trying to reverse price action here. So I'd just be careful buying some of these altcoins right now. Okay, Christian? All right, so that's your TRX. Thanks, Christian. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if this is the bottom, we could, like I said, we could have it. For this to actually be a confirmed bottom, we need to get above this 237 Satoshi area. That way, we know that this is a confirmed bottom. But like I keep trying to tell you guys, look, we are hugging this 50% retrace or 50% Fibonacci level here pretty well, right? So you can see that our next real big move up here is right around the 200 Satoshi area, which is confluent with the 20-day moving average and the I believe that's the 150-day moving average up there. Yeah, so the 150-day moving average is right around where the tip of our golden zone for price action reversal would be, right around the 618. Okay. Any other coins, man? You know, how you doing, Ace? Multiple cops shot in Philly, man. I'm sorry to hear that. That's horrible. There's about to be some crazy disasters going on now, especially all this debt crisis and all these governments doing stupid stuff with money supply and not good stuff happening. Make sure you guys hit that bell, hit that sub. Appreciate all you guys taking your time out of your day to watch my stream. Appreciate that. OSTK, yeah, we can take a look at OSTK. Overstock. Kind of follows Bitcoin, so there's also that, right, Ace? Well, it looks like I already had a channel drawn here. I mean, the top of this trend line that I drew here is right around $14 and yeah, right around 14.11. Okay, I think I remember telling you like around 15 bucks because we're approaching a support area around there. That looks like a pretty good area for entry for a long position. Yeah, Jay, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's messed up, man. All right, so where was I? Okay, so I don't know where I drew that fib from, but you get a bounce off top of the channel. Yes, I do. I think we will get a bounce at the top of the channel. But we could also re-breach back into this, right? We could fall right back into this downsloping channel. You know, we broke out of it, and we're bearishly engulfing on the daily, obviously, and we have a short signal that came in on the daily. You guys can clearly see that, right? So I think right around the $14.27, $15 area seems to be a good place to start maybe buying. You know, it's gonna follow somewhat of what Bitcoin does too. I know Overstock is 35% 3 days with no bounce. Yeah, it's definitely due for a bounce. I agree, man. I agree. And I think it could actually bounce right around here, right? We're right on top of the 150-day moving average. So, and on the 4-hour, we are obviously about to be oversold. And there you go. Look, here's your 4-hour. Here's your daily. Stoke's still pointing down though, man, and big separation. Big separation. Which to me means we could still fall. We could still fall even down to $12, man. Look at the bottom of this Gaussian channel. It's right around 12 bucks. We could actually fall even below this channel, potentially. So, I'd be careful with this stock, man. It's obviously very volatile, and we do obviously have this back testing area that is going to potentially bounce that and may just dead cat bounce and then just dump right back into the channel. So I know I was talking about it, man. I was talking about it. And that thing pumped, dude. Thing pumped, and I knew it was gonna. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Pumped right through the top of this channel. Yeah. Anyways, overstock. Let's look at ZRX. I know I've been getting a lot of questions about ZRX today. Well, looks pretty terrible. I mean, bear flag, consolidation, breakdown. Let's reverse this. Just get. So, top right bear flag, riot. Alright, let's look at riot. Probably down a fortune because Bitcoin's down a fortune. Yeah. Let's look at a weekly chart. Weekly. Alright, man. So we are definitely in a huge downtrend, right? Fib channel this. Alright, so 1, 2 touch points there. Okay. We have a 50% heart line here that it definitely is respecting. Okay. Let's get some fibs. Why does this always do this to me? Thanks, Jay. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the sub. Alright. So, we reverse this. Okay. We're obviously in a downtrend, so, you know, we're going to have some bearish targets here. My guess is the first target we're going to have is the 100% retrace, which is right around $1.32. Okay, we've obviously engulfed the 886 retrace, and yes, we are oversold on the weekly, but we are still pointing down. Still pointing down on the weekly. And bearishly engulfing, right? Short signal came in here on June 3rd, and all we've been doing is just bear flag, sell off, trying to pump back up, bear flag, and we're flagging down again. So that's riot for you. I would definitely steer clear of this one for right now. If you're looking for a bounce play, let's go to the daily. Again, we broke through support. If you look left, we are you know, we're looking at some support right around here at like $1.50. In our last line of defense here around $1.30, right around the 100% retrace area. But it wouldn't shock me if we made new lows. Wouldn't shock me if we made new lows. I don't really know too much about this company or this organization, but I know that they are a crypto, or they are, I believe they are crypto, right? Wow, Christian, 11 years old, man. God bless you, brother. Get yourself some long-term blockchain stock follows BTC. Okay, yeah, there you go. So BTC is on a downturn, and this is obviously probably a great short play here, then, right? Yes. You should have started shorting it around July 8th, but like I said, we've obviously bearishly engulfed the previous wicks here, and if we're gonna have another down day tomorrow, man, then definitely the bottom of the Gaussian channel here is right around $1.50. Okay, I would look to maybe let it run to there and maybe look to cover there, and then if we still get negative price action, maybe reopen it back once we bearishly engulf $1.35, right? Because then guess what? There's nothing below it. You got nowhere to go but further down. So, but we could end up double bottoming here around $1.30. So just be careful and make sure you cover yourself there. Okay. Christian, make sure you always have, you know, like set targets and a plan when you trade. It's very easy to get caught up in hype and caught up in different price areas. Is XLM going to 0? Let's look at XLM. XLM BTC or XLM USD. Ace, what are we looking at? Let's look at USD pair. Bitfinex. So we are in log scale. Okay. This is XLM dollar. This is not a good chart. We need a better chart. I think Kraken's been around the longest. A little weekly. So on the weekly, we've actually crossed down on the Gaussian channel, which is bearish. Okay. It looks like we're about to engulf this support area right here, right around 7 cents. Yes, that's why I go to a not so hyped BS YouTube channel with clickbait, etc. Oh, I appreciate that, Christian. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get some targets on XLM here. All right, so we're right around the 618 area. This to me is a long-term area to definitely start accumulating. You know, we got anywhere in this area that we could fall down to, and that's like the golden zone, right? We're looking at a log scale chart here. You know, I'd start definitely buying XLM on the way down. You know, I don't think XLM's going to 0. But we definitely could see some further action go down. I'll say that. On the weekly, we are oversold on the weekly. Way oversold on the weekly. RSI is still pointing down, right? Also, guys, if you guys are interested in any of these trading signals that I have, do let me know and get me your TradingView account email. I'll give you guys a week free trial for the you know, the buy sell signals here and the short and long signals that I get here. They're pretty good. We got a short signal on XLM about July 15th. So if you were in a short, you would be looking pretty right now, right? So Ace, Christian, Jay, what do you guys want to look at? Let's look at JNUG. 3-day chart on JNUG. Okay. So look, guys, we're overbought on the RSI, right? We're pointing down now. We had bearish divergence. We did have some bearish divergence, which is why we are rejecting the, you know, this. We hit the 382 and price action reversed to the common retrace area. All right. So let's go to a daily to get more of a clearer idea of where we're headed. So, some targets on JNUG. Looks like we're about to make some negative momentum, right? So, I probably wouldn't be looking to get into JNUG here. Maybe not until we retested the 236 area or close to it, right? Maybe around, you know, right around where we have support. We actually just broke the support, but right around here probably. $75 area looks pretty good for JNUG. Litecoin catching a little bounce here. This looks like an area where we could reverse the price action. We are awfully close to this downsloping this channel here. Everyone's definitely going to be caught off guard by this. So everyone thinks, oh, we're going to 8,500. We're going to 8,500. We could, but we could also reverse the price action right here. So the bottom of this Gaussian channel, which signified to me a potential bounce, probably up to the 11.2 area, potentially. Well, guys, anything else for this evening? Look at Litecoin. Litecoin looks pretty terrible right here. Do we have any bullish divergence? We do. We do have some divergence. Some divergence. Coming back from July. Are we making a higher low? Are we making a higher low? Doesn't look like we're making higher lows. Well, 74 and 76. We made a lower low. It's not good. Let's go to Litecoin USD Bitfinex. The Bitfinex chart has the most data. CGC after hours. Did we get a pump or something? Or let's look. Oh, we got a huge dump. Yeah, I could have told you that. Damn, dude. Well, if you look left, you got some support around here. It's $25, $26 area. Last weekly. Yeah, I mean, 24 bucks looks like a good area. Just saying, lines up directly with the 150-day moving average. And we definitely got a short signal that came in July 29th on the weekly. I'm thinking you're right, considering we have a short signal that came in on the weekly. Yeah, so could get bearish on it. We're looking at targets right around 950 and the 150 moving average around 750. These are probably areas where we're going to test. Okay, if we bearish and engulf. Okay, looks like garbage too. ECB. Yeah, man. Short signal came in on the weekly. But it's also really oversold on the weekly. Let's go to a monthly. So we're still in this triangle, man. We're still in this bull flag, right? We don't really break this bull flag until we pretty much fall below like $4, I would say. So we're still in an upsloping consolidation, right? That's the monthly. Weekly, we got a short on the weekly that came in. These are pretty powerful signals that come in. We are below the 20-day moving average. I think we still can get around this $5 area and see a price action reversal, because we do have support right around here, around 450. Okay, ECB. Yeah, most likely. The earnings are in September. I honestly think all of these wheat stocks are gonna reverse their price action as we get closer to September. That just seems to be what the trend is on a lot of these. Thanks, Ace. I appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, yeah, I mean, for now, we obviously have some bearish action happening on ACB. Thanks, Ace, man. I appreciate that. Okay. AMD. AMD. I see it. Yep, I see it. Thank you. Alright, AMD. I know we were talking about this last week, and why did the alert go off like a Mitch's channel? You know what? I don't know, man. Resume alerts, activity feed. How do I stream settings? Oh yeah, I don't think I have enough hours. Yeah, I need 4,000 watched hours. That's why I started doing these live streams, man. Need to get some more people watching these. But alright, so AMD on a 3-day. Obviously, we're about to bearishly engulf our huge bullish engulfing candle here. Because I can't monetize the channel, and for whatever reason, like the stream overlays won't work unless your channel is monetized. I think. I don't know. Maybe I have to screw with some settings, but I don't have super chats because I don't have monetization. Because you could super chat on Mitch's channel and you know, you'll hear the robot speak. So, but I need what do I need? I'm at 718 hours watched, so I got a ways to go, guys. Ways to go. And so yeah, just gonna keep doing the streams, man. Just keep doing the streams. Anyways, so AMD caught a bounce here off. I don't know if you guys can see this off this Gaussian channel here, right around 27-ish. Okay, we are, however, about to bearishly engulf this move. Yeah, this is stream elements. Yeah, I know. I can see it. I can see that you tip me on my ground control, but for whatever reason, hold on. I see. Key bindings. I have to bind a key for this? Is that right? Okay. Anyways, I can mess around with that later. I don't know why it's not working, but anyways, so AMD, okay. 3-day chart obviously looking pretty bad. We almost bearishly engulfed this huge candle we had the other day on that news with I to Google, right? Let's go to a daily. So gapped up. We're now filling this gap. We actually filled the entire gap, so we could see price action continue on down to like the, this $27, $28 range here. That wouldn't really surprise me. Are we really making any divergence yet? We're not yet. So 2750 area looks like a good support area for AMD. Let's go 4 hour. Short signal came in. Obviously, we are closing below the 20-day, and we bearishly engulfed. And this looks like to me that a 3-bar play where we could actually just continue to fall, right? Continue to drop to right around this $27 area, and that wouldn't shock me at all. Bitcoin on the bounce. 10.6 area maybe we bounce to. See what happens there. See if we can get there. Well, I appreciate you guys watching the stream tonight. I know I did a little early this evening, but we did have some crazy price action, so I wanted to cover that. And hopefully you guys catch me in the next stream. Maybe I'll do another stream Friday or this weekend. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that like, that bell, and that sub, and we will catch you next time. Thanks.